coming from Shegun Ayuade, and that story is on page 24. Nephew Bala Gombe suit against Mark Aregbeshola to June 30. FCTCP wants Mietiala against open grazing in Abuja. Oyo Assembly seeks collaboration of communication agencies on effective management of social media. Jurists, lawyers, Lord Justice Oredola at book presentation. All stories on page 28. And on pages 30 and 31, talking of sports, Messi remains my toughest foe. And that's coming from Omeru. We don't mind beat for Uche, says Getafe chief. Onigbide, a disciplined coach. Teacher, says Owolabi. Ronaldo becomes first player to score in 6 World Cups. And that particular story, it's been a lot of controversy since yesterday, comparing Ronaldo to Messi. Victor?
It's always a lot, actually, when you talk about fans of football and how they actually talk about both of those players. But I always say it, I've been saying it for the past decade and a half now, enjoy this too while it lasts. I mean, you're not going to have the beauty of having 2 greats, at the same period, actually. And, the fact that they are both competing healthily is something. It's just the fans who are always,
so we call it a healthy competition.
Between the two, actually. It's just the fans who are always pushing narratives and all that.
All right. France can beat us, says Haaland. And lastly, on the back page, we have World Cup. Trump to present trophy at final. And that's coming from Infantino. We'll be right back after this commercial break. And Victor will surely take it on. Please stay with us.
And the best student in basic digital literacy is Jadin Okoro. Very good. And the best student in kinesthetics is Jamil Lawal. The best student in robotics is Tiara Kolawole. That's my guy! This award goes to the most punctual student of the entire school. And the winner is Lisa Solomon.
Something is telling me that she makes her daughter skip breakfast just to be here. You people could have just asked. I would have been happy to tell you my secret.
Enjoy instant goodness with John Vent's 3-in-1 chocolate. The quickest start to your morning.
And the best student in basic digital literacy is Jadin Okoro. Very good. And the best student in kinesthetics is Jamil Lawal. The best student in robotics is Tiara Kolawole. That's my guy! This award goes to the most punctual student of the entire school. And the winner is Lisa Solomon.
Something is telling me that she makes her daughter skip breakfast just to be here. You people could have just asked. I would have been happy to tell you my secret.
Enjoy instant goodness with John Vent's 3-in-1.
And the best student in basic digital literacy is Jadin Okoro. Very good. And the best student in kinesthetics is Jamil Lawal. The best student in robotics is Tiara Kolawole. That's my guy! This award goes to the most punctual student of the entire school. And the winner is Lisa Solomon.
Something is telling me that she makes her daughter skip breakfast just to be here. You people could have just asked. I I would have been happy to tell you my secret.
Enjoy instant goodness with John Vent's 3-in-1 chocolate. The quickest start to your morning.
All right, thank you very much for sticking around with us. We'll still continue with the newspaper review segment where we have the Vanguard newspaper right in front of me and, of course, interesting stories. We have this one. Hardship, civil servants demand 400% wage increase. That's a story you find on page 8. On page 7, Lagos explosion. Police dispatch particles to Abuja for forensic analysis. And to page 9, Tinubu writes Senate seeks constitutional backing for state police. Also on that same page 9, we have local petrol production. It's 48 million liters, according to the federal government. They're saying petrol import bill drops from 2.3 trillion naira to under 90 billion naira. Now to the story on page 5, global anti-terror action. U.S. cracks down on Lagos-based IC's financier, a BDC operator. I say the Bureau de Change operator listed with address in Agege, Lagos State, and Kano linked directly to the IC's West Africa. And they say action taken under Executive Order 103224. And they're targeting networks in France, Turkey, Syria, and Nigeria. We also have a story about schools adoption. And yes, indeed, the update about it is on page 26, where Makinde imposes 16-hour curfew in 10 Oyo State local government areas over security concerns. Now let's flip to what we have on the inside pages of the Vanguard newspaper for today. Starting from page 4, we have Zamfara in view, where we're seeing Governor Lawal approves allowances to NYC members. And also, they're talking about greener space. Zamfara launches tree planting to combat desert encroachment. And police commended for recovering 504 rushed animals. And they're saying Zamfara to address growing challenges of climate change on public health. All right, moving on to what we have on page 6. Rivers government shuts 5 hospitals over child trafficking, which is a very sad one. Also on that page 6, DPO removed my wife's hijab before she was sent back to the mob. That's coming from the husband of a woman burnt to death in Kaduna. Teachers lament ordeal in hands of thugs in Delta State. Police intercept truck loaded with 8,000 military camouflage uniforms and drugs in Lagos. On page 7, explosion. Police dispatch particles to Abuja for forensic analysis, and traders recount how incident happened. Now to page 8, where they're talking about 2027. We gave Tinubu victory. Now we are backing Olawepo Ashim, says Northern supporters. And accord to IGP, transfer Osun CP now over political clearance. And federal government receives approval for 63 ambassadorial postings, and 6 are still pending. To page 9, where we have Tinubu writing the Senate and seeking constitutional backing for state police. The writer says Akpabio rallies senators for votes on state police bill. Says states have promised to take bill same day, and Senate to pass bill tomorrow. All right, we have this one as well on that same page. Phone tapping charge. I have no case to answer, Erufai tells court. To page 10, where we have Nigeria at the head of Africa's digital transformation. That's talking from a tech guru. To page 11, lawyers drag federal government army to court over oppressive checkpoints in Southeast and demand 500 billion naira damages. SCDC, Igbo should put house in order. That's coming from the Archbishop, Igbo women. And we have a strength of a nation reflects in treatment of opposition, as according to Igbo elders. In London, Enugu government joins global SMAC coalition, aligns with over 180 global regions on net zero. Moving on to page 12, Rivers by-election, AA candidates fabricate petitions, INEC and IGP. And Tantita's drones protecting Nigeria, not for ethnic battles, say stakeholders. On page 13, lamentations of displaced on its main market traders. And of course, flipping to what we have on page 14 again. Police debunk victims' helicopter transfer claim. Schools abduction. Oyo Assembly raises alarm over porous borders. Lagos shuts Oshodi markets over assault on Kai officers. And Abwad students begin advanced training in China. Nigeria losing criminal cases over weak evidence, advocates forensic-led investigations, and that is Sanwo-Olu speaking right there. As Lagos seeks support for community service sentencing, imposes a 50,000 naira fine on members who defy a directive. Now, flipping to what we have, on the later pages, talking about page 26. And of course, the story is right there again. Makinde imposes 16-hour curfew in 10 Oyo local government areas over security concerns. And of course, on Naira Watch, Naira rises to 1,380 per dollar in parallel markets. On page 28, Kwakwanso never bought 69 forms in Canada. That's coming from the PRP chair, and says Obi Kwakwanso once explored joining party and says the PRP has no crisis despite court challenge. Earlier in autumn, Baker over Benway funds and bad governance. KB Senator dumps APC for ADC, cites injustice. Boko's attack. IGP deploys AIG and tactical teams to Plateau. And on page 29, Ondo government should adopt strategic approach to governance, says ORF. And there's a story right here coming from a bureau chief. Federal government and states must step in intelligence and youth empowerment to defeat insecurity. Now to the sports page on page 30. Eric Sekoshel gets new bumper 140 million naira monthly contract with NFF, appointed Nigeria's under-23 coach. And we have a 2026 FIFA World Cup boring without Nigeria, says Iroa. Osimhen vows Galatasaray return stronger next season. Sevilla put Adams up for sale. Didi Sean's interest from Saudi Arabia set for England return. Juventus weighing up move for Okoye. And 2026-2027 season, NPFL champions to receive record 1 billion naira prize money. And the Commonwealth trial, Ladipo retains women's shot put title. Along the back page, continuing with sports. It says unstoppable. A good point there. Ronaldo answers critics, sets new World Cup record as Portugal defeats Uzbekistan 5-0. And there's a run of results from yesterday's matches at the World Cup, as well as results coming through right there. And then there are fixtures for today's matches, including those that will run until tomorrow morning. Well, that's as much as we can take right here this morning on the newspaper review segment. Thank you all for sticking with us. We've still got lots more right here. And of course, the weather report comes next right about now.
And the best student in basic digital literacy is Jadin Okoro. Very good. And the best student in kinesthetics is Jamil Lawal. The best student in robotics is Tiara Kolawole.
That's my girl! Hey! Oh, that's my girl!
This award goes to the most punctual student of the entire school. And the winner is Lisa Solomon.
Something is telling me that she makes her daughter skip breakfast just to be here. You people could have just asked. I would have been happy to tell you my secret.
Enjoy instant goodness with John Vent's 3-in-1 chocolate. The quickest start to your morning.
Mogo Bible.
Victor! You They use money point.
Of course now, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money Point, made for your progress. Home. It's in the welcoming little hands wrapped around you in a warm embrace, asking,
What for lunch, Mommy?
So me and Kuka. It's in the coming from me, Gida. While the foreign a delicious plate of me and Kuka.
this miyokuka is very delicious.
It's up to architect Bisola and builder Brian to rebuild the city.
We'll need some help. Let's get up and go!
You'll need more Cowbell Choco to complete your mission.
To get up and go, give them Cowbell Choco.
In today's fast-paced world, staying ahead demands peak performance from our bodies.
Like never before, our bodies need an optimum supply of essential nutrients, and Supermalt supports our daily nutritional needs.
Supermalt has 20 essential vitamins, minerals, and natural extracts for overall health and wellness. One Supermalt a day gives you energy and vitality, improves your mental performance, and supports your immunity.
All right, thank you very much for sticking around with us on the interview segment of AM120. This morning we are discussing something very important to our security, because we've been battling security issues for quite a while. And we know that just recently, the Borno State government announced the reintegration of another 720 former insurgents, bringing the total number of ex-terrorists return to society under the state's de-radicalization program to about 9,680 since 2021. Now, the latest batch also includes 992 spouses and over 2,000 children, according to reports. Now, government officials have described the program as a bold peace-building initiative designed to end insurgency through reconciliation and rehabilitation. But critics are calling it something else. It's mixed reactions on meeting that particular move right here. There are questions including what has happened to justice? What about the victims? What about the thousands of soldiers, civilians, women and children all killed by Boko Haram and ISWAP over the years, amongst other, institutions that have actually contributed to the insecurity that we have across the nation? This morning, we are examining this right here, the integration of 9,680 Borno repentant terrorists and the matters arising from it. We are asking the question, can terrorists truly be rehabilitated? Can communities truly forgive? And to join us right here in the conversation, first and foremost, is a war veteran. I'm talking about Alhaji Lasisi Adetunji Esquire. You're welcome this morning.
Good morning.
Well, you saw the news that broke recently. You've seen the spate of de-radicalization, according to them. I don't know what's running through your mind as a war veteran, someone who has seen it all right there, especially in the wake of some of the attacks that we are still seeing across the Southwest.
Thank you very much. I do not feel bad or feel good about it. It depends, because the radicalization they are talking about is within their community. But the impact of it on the whole state, that is on the whole country, is what I'm after. If you see these people you are talking about, their numbers you are talking about, they cannot resettle back into that community any longer, conveniently, comfortably, because of what they perpetrated in that place. And the family of those people that have been victims, they will not off their mind with it. Let us be sincere with ourselves. Even in conventional wars, when you capture an enemy, how do you bring him in immediately? Then he join you, or you? It's just something that I don't know how to explain it. I'm feeling bad about it.
Do you think
but if that is what plays there, that is what we are now seeing here. in our area here, because those people, 900, 680 you are talking about, they cannot go back to their villages and reside. And those are the people who are getting motorcycle, fill up the trailer, coming to the south to settle down. I'm not talking of those people who attack our people in the bush. No, those are people who are the active terrorists. But now, those people that they say they radicalize, which I doubt that is possible within weeks. How do you do it?
But if what you're saying is true now, there are questions because recently now, we've had a number of viral videos coming through from places like Lagos, where people are saying they apprehended some people who came from the north. Just this morning, we read a bit of news about some people who were nabbed a truckload of, military uniforms.
Oh, those people, those are going the army wares. They are going to the southeast.
Yeah.
That's what we heard about. Those
so is there a correlation somewhere?
The two are not the same. The one I'm talking about is the one you talked earlier, that they are coming in trailers. You see them, they are coming with motorcycles.
That's the people that are claimed to have been repentant.
Yes.
How did we adjudge them to be repentant? Are we relying on faith, evidence or something? Because I remember in some of the videos, they had the Quran and, they did all of that.
How the Quran cannot solve this problem? We are not doing Sharia in this part of the country. When you are talking of radicalization of somebody like that, how many years have they stayed with that book? This thing started around 2009. They are now about 17 years old. And let us be sincere. How do you get the foot soldier that they were using before? They are between 10 and 12 and 15 boys. Who are these Almanjiris? Those are the already-made boys that started this thing. When somebody is 12, 10, between 15, before he went to the bush. Now he has been in the bush for 15 years. Add 15 to 15 or to 12, you are getting 20. And if you see these boys that they are bringing out, they are in their 20s. That's what I'm telling you. How can you say that within weeks, you have already changed them? How do you change somebody that is having his wife in the bush, is having his children in the bush? Maybe they use him again about tactics to come and spy for some time before he goes back. That's what I'm saying.
But Alaji, this number, the 9,680 repentant terrorists that was said, is actually between 2021 and 2026.
Yeah.
But looking at the period of years, is that enough for someone to say, oh, I'm coming back to my senses. I am, living the life of crime alone, and I want to live a new life. Is it enough?
It is not even, you don't even compare that years with the time that they have already used to say that they have repented. No, I still say it's not enough. What I'm saying is this. Let us get it clear. These boys are already in that business. That's what they know about when they grew up. With their Lumanjeri, they don't have any other thing. They have radicalized their brain. They have told them that if you kill people here, your wives are many in the heaven. They've got to know that, and that is what they believe in. It is, you don't know, out of them, maybe it is the pressure from our own side that made them to surrender. You will have time. Those people who are doing it, are they experts? Are those people regarded to do the job? The number of years, even during the confessional, let me give you an example. They captured some of our officers when we were during the last civil war. The day they captured, the first attack we had at Obolueke, that's the day they captured Captain Adedipe by then and the Captain Bugaji. It is after the war, before they released only Captain Adedipe. The then is now of late, he's so rest in perfect. It is after the war they released him. Not only himself, even Atofosu Askisia. They captured Captain Adisa and one of my mates, Sansali. It is after the war they release them. You do not, when this thing is persisting, when this thing is on, you cannot say these people will not go back to that.
All right. Let's look at your time during when you were in service.
Yeah.
As a war veteran. When you go to the war front and you are faced by these terrorists, by people like these we're talking about, how do you feel when you're facing them one-on-one, and eventually, or how would you feel? Eventually, you're seeing them in the same society, the same community you are fighting for, back into their midst.
I will not feel pleased. I will not feel pleased. I will feel like, say, the government is, it has disappointed me. Because all I have to defend my country, all I have to say that I want to put more to see that there is safety for people. It's nothing to write him about when I come back to see that people that who faced me during the war, they are now in the community with me. What have I gained? I've lost everything, like those people that their father... Look, when these people started, they killed General Shua in that northeast, in Borno area there, I can't remember his village. I wasn't happy because this is a real war veteran. Look the way. And then coming back to see the children of those people now, we now see these boys now roaming about in their community together. It's not going to, you won't like it. You won't like it. As a soldier, I will see that my government disappointed me. They use me only. And then, even not, don't let us use this military to be. Let's use police. You now catch an armed robbery. You are now the IPO in charge of this case, and you do it thoroughly. They bribe you with everything that they can use. You didn't take. You said, no, I will do my work as expected. At the end of the day, you realize that this boy, after taking to the prison for 2 or 3 days, they bring him out without trial. You see him in the compound, in the territory, walking about. You won't feel happy. You won't feel safe. That is why some people leave the job. That, oh, I can't do this job.
All right, Alhaji, let's look at the psychology of it all. Because over time, we have seen war veterans like you. We have seen people who spent several active years in military service. And many times we have questions about how they adjust back to civilian society because of what they have been used to. Are there considerations psychologically in their head over time about how they will adjust? It's not just about being repentant now, but how will they adjust to living as a civilian in a civilian society?
Okay, good. That's a very good question. I love it. Reintegration of the retired veterans into the society. Is that what you are saying?
I'm asking now the mentality.
That's what I'm saying now. I say how they fit in.
Because we
said when they come back with all their psychological effect that they have got in the war front. Is that what you are saying?
Yes. You know, when we are asking that is in comparison with to understand what will probably happen with these terrorists that they are trying to bring back now. So if we understand what has happened on the war front with the war veterans, maybe we can now have an understanding of what to expect with those repentant terrorists.
It's not the same. It's not the same. I say it's not the same because those people who left to defend their own country, let's say you go to defend your country and you succeeded in coming back, even without much wound or with anything, you will feel satisfied if you win the war. And you come back.
All right, Alhaji, we'll delve a bit deeper into that question again after this commercial break because we have to pay some bills.
And the best student in basic digital literacy is Jadin. Very good. And the best student in kinesthetics is Jamil Lawal. The best student in robotics is Tiara Kolawole.
That's my dad! Hey! That's my dad!
This award goes to the most punctual student of the entire school. And the winner is Lisa Solomon.
Something is telling me that she makes her daughter skip breakfast just to be here. You people could have just asked. I would have been happy to tell you my secret.
Enjoy instant goodness with John Vent's 3-in-1 chocolate. The quickest start to your morning.
Knocks you down. You can be sure parasites are having a party in your system.
Welcome to our new kingdom, guys!
Comel, an effective weapon against malaria. Attacking the parasite army directly to give you express relief and get you back on your feet effectively. Calm out on Malaria Gone.
Welcome back. Well, of course, we're still talking about the instigation of 9,680 Borno repentant terrorists and the matters arising. And we have a war veteran who has been shedding light on the conversation, Alhaji Lasisi Adetunji Esquire. And we were talking about that conversation, about the psychology of those that, had gone to war before. And we're trying to juxtapose that with the mentality of those who have reportedly been rehabilitated.
That's what I said, that you don't compare the both. Because the people, the group that went to war and he came back, whether with wound or without, he has already satisfied himself that he defended his country safely, and then they won the war. When they come back, they will relax in the community where they left before. Even the community, we like to have them back. We know some of us, when we came back, they make those ballet among their own community that, they make them obas. We still have them there now on the throne. But a repentant terrorist. The society comes back, he has done effort to it. How can he himself will be guilty in his mind? Even if he say the government has already said, we pardon you, he will not feel safe. And that is why you see repatriation, they are coming down to South. That's what I'm saying. And people don't know, they don't understand it.
Well, Alhaji, I know when we're talking about combating terrorism in Nigeria, we talk about kinetic and the non-kinetic measures. Yes. And now I understand that this particular decision is part of the non-kinetic.
The effect of it is what we are talking about. The other things that I do, I don't think that they go away.